Hey guys, this time on Deep Junk, we're gonna do a 68 Plymouth Barracuda by Hot Wheels here, part of the Stars and Stripes series, one for this year, new coming out. I found a few of these at the store and picked them up, not the Barracudas, but a few in this series. The 64 GTO and the Plymouth Duster, and then this car. It's the notch or sedan version without the big back window. They're calling it a super stock Hemi. I doubt that. It looks like a Formula S. So I just got it out of the package and I'm checking it out here for the first time. Usual plastic base, metal body. Got a little blue tint to the windows. Those gold wheels on it. Does have a Formula S style hood. Some good detail to it. Gas cap. Taillights look right. Little nick on the bumper. Little chrome panel. Touch that up. What do we got? Ooh, can't read it. Upside down. What do we got here? 68 Plymouth. Yeah, Barracuda Formula S. Dual exhaust. Some leaf spring. Little oil pan and transmission detail. So we'll get it apart and see what kind of detail we've got on the inside. Kind of a shame. I like the tampo on it, the stars and stripe. If I find more, I will definitely pick them up. Maybe to build a couple more and one to keep inside the package. I don't do too much of that, but the stars and stripes, they're nice cars. We'll get it apart here. The Barracuda apart. Besides a casting line coming down off this roof out the pillar, the B pillar there going onto the quarter on both sides, I really don't see anything real bad. The paint is nice. It's not real thick, although thick enough to hide some things. I'm sure maybe we'll probably find a little something under here, but not real ugly, so that is a big plus. Interior looks half decent. The detail isn't too bad. Plymouth seats. We got a console. They weren't really that flashy of a dashboard. It's kind of flat up there. Glass. We knew we had some blue in there. And last but not least, the chassis. Plastic base. There's gold wheels. Like we saw, not too bad for detail. Standard plastic. So we'll get her in the stripper and then see what the body looks like underneath. And then getting the chassis ready. We've slotted the back here, getting ready for our K&S brass tubing. We'll lay an axle tube in there, and then like we do every other time, slot it in two spots to put our super glue in there and hold the axles in. We'll use the stock axles that came with the Barracuda. We'll just take it and each one, cut it in half, and then use that for our new wheels and tires here. We'll use a mag wheel like that on it, and get this front, get a channel for the tube up front. Get those set in place. We can dark the chassis out and get it ready to mask off. We'll paint the car. We'll paint those valances below the bumpers, body color of the car. So, alright guys, the Barracuda out of stripper. The casting lines that came off the B pillar down the quarters, those are gone. Smoothed most of this out just to basically clean it up. The header panel between the headlights area and the hood had a sharp edge on it, so we took that off. I'll run over it again one more time, and then it's ready for cleaning and paint. Interior, we did a two-tone black in there, the seats, and then the top of the dash, the console and stuff, and then the chassis in that black. It's got a rough feeling to it, rough texture, like the last couple spraying that from way far back, just getting a dusting over it. This will go into paint with the body so we can get the roll pans under the bumpers done, and then the rest of the painting, the touch-up, can go up here in the front, right up to the roll pans. But other than that, the axles are in, they're cut, they're ready to go. So we're getting got a good head start on this project. Paint on the Barracuda, and we went ahead and started to detail the body, all the chrome trim, did the hood spears, and well, stuff around the windows, in the back here, around the tail light, stuff back there, fuel cap. No high impact colors on this one, guys. And then move this over. The chassis, we've got the gravel guards done on this one. Got a wheel falling off here. I haven't glued them in yet. The front and rear valance are gravel guards. Got a little paint under it. The engine, exhaust, and that. So my wheel of choice on it. We're gonna get those glued in place. The standard, like you saw, the standard axle tube on it. It's coming along really good. I like this car. It's a good casting. The casting is really nice. So far it's just been really nice to put together. Guys, we got the Barracuda is just about ready to go together. Tail lights done and painted. Some of the finer little details. We've got we got to polish a little bit left. The roof's been polished, and we'll have to do the deck lid, the hood, up the sides. But other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. So we will see you for a final reveal. Alright guys, before we get into the walk around on the Barracuda, I want to first say thank you to everyone who subscribes, who stops by, checks out the channel, looks at the videos, leaves comments and likes. It's very much appreciated. Thank you all. Second, I'd like to get you up to speed on what's coming up on the calendar. We've got just a couple things looking at me right now. July 25th, in a couple weeks, we've got a $5 gasser build with Jess over at Hanson Speed Shop. This is gasser style cars or trucks, but it has a cap, a build cap of $5 on them, which is going to make it interesting because you don't do a whole lot with $5. So hell, I'm really interested to see what I come up with at the end here. It's been tough for me because the obvious really isn't, well, it's not working. So that is July 25th, and if you haven't seen Hanson Speed Shop, you should go over and check out Jess's channel over there. If you are into gassers, if you like 50s, 60s hot rods, drag cars, customs, you'll love his channel. He's into that time frame. He's a purist. You'll get a kick out of it. So go check him out if you haven't already. August 2nd, our buddy Lee, Time Rider, is putting on the really bad Tampo build. So just what it says. Get your car that you think has a really bad Tampo on it and correct it. Make it right. So we'll be looking forward to that. Again, that's a gasser, $5 gasser build, July 25th, and really bad Tampos on August 2nd. The Barracuda, where to start? It's a good car. Hot Wheels got it right. I'm not up to this. I don't keep my ear to the ground as far as Hot Wheels and what they're producing, what's new, if this is a new casting or not. It certainly looks like it, or it's fairly new, because the casting's not all goofy. It's very clean. The paint was excellent. The tampos were very good on it. Just a good car. All the proportions are right. It looks like a Formula S Barracuda. The hood, the tail light, the interior, those details all look good. So we started with a clean casting, only that minor little, it had a lip hard edge on that header panel, got rid of that, and a couple the usual little casting lines up on the roof. So we started with that, and it stripped down. This paint is a color again that I've used before, but darkened up just a little bit more this time. Again, I wanted something that looked like 1960s Mopar without going to the early 70s for high impact colors. So start up front, that hood, I love that hood. We have the spears done, our grille and turn signal detail, the valances under the front and rear bumper, like I said earlier, those were painted body color. Sides of the car, there's not a lot of trim on a Barracuda, so there's nothing to do on the sides. We've just got a little window trim, door handle. The rest of it was just making it nice and clean and straight. That taillight, it lends itself more as a 67 than an 8, and I'm not really going to nitpick. It doesn't have marker lights either, so, or reverse lights. We could really nitpick if we wanted to. The tail light for a 68 would be a smaller lamp in the center. Will be on the end of that chrome trim coming across the deck lid. It would be out there on the end of it. This has a little piece that's on there on the end, but it's not the size of the tail light. And looking at it, it looks more like 67 or possibly 69. Went back to the big light also. So I painted it like a 67. I'm not going to bitch. You could do it any way you want. I just did the big tail light on the quarter panels, the trim piece through the center in flat aluminum, and then the small trim above and below that. This side pretty much the same as the other. We do have the gas cap over there, and like I said, that interior is the two-tone black. We've seen that. Wheels, again, I'm pulling from Scuderia 73. Now the wheels, as I've been asked, the wheels have axles that come with them. It's a straight axle all the way through, and it is capped on the outside like a wheel, a center cap on a rim. And it's very, fiddly or like surgical, and I'm not surgical in putting that kind of stuff together. So these are just the Hot Wheels axles. Cut from this car, cut in half, run through the brass axle tube, and cut a little bit off so they wouldn't meet, they wouldn't touch in the center, slotted and glued in place, and it works without having to try to reinvent the wheel or do surgery on a Barracuda. So underneath, it's very clean under there. Dual exhaust, got our engine and transmission. The mufflers I did in a chrome pen, give it a look like a polished stainless muffler. And that's really about it, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. As always, this car will be for sale on eBay. Seller 17 Stacy. The red, white, and blue van, the Dodge van called Freedom, last week, July 4th weekend, never made it to the eBay before it was sold. Some cars will sit on there for a couple weeks, guys. Some cars are sold right away, and they're bid way high up, and some never make it to the auction. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just what people like. So this car would be the same thing. It'll be on. Like it, love it, hate it. I guess it's all up to you guys. Thanks again. I appreciate it, and we're going to see you in the next one.